Jorno, you look like you're like just so confused. You're like, I'm not here. We are here. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Hello. I'm here. I'm just not all there.
None of us are. None of us are. But Tab, that's okay. That's all right.
I feel like that too.
God.
At least it's nicer out now. Boy, we've had
so
some
nice.
cold,
Yes.
windy days, but
Nope, it's super nice. I'm wearing a tank top, which has been nice, and I will wear it until
I am too.
but it was really more like
You
t-shirt.
do like yours, even though I don't like where you got it. I like it. It's nice.
Yeah.
but I don't like
It is.
Don't
nice.
say where you got it. That's cursing the show.
I won't say where I got it, but
So it is
I
nice.
like it.
It is nice.
Was
I'll tell
this
you later.
leftover merchandise from a certain cult?
We're not talking about them.
It's actually kind of not really.
It is.
Especially since the person that it is no longer a part of the cult.
Well, is he not?
Okay.
Or is he just having his fight for 5 minutes?
I don't know. It's not for me to judge. I can't.
I judge everything. And I think it's 5 minutes. This will be over in a month. They're like little women, man. They get their period and they got pissy with each other.
No, it's like kids in grade school. You know how one day they don't like Susie, and then a week later Susie's their best friend and they hate Sally.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's retarded.
Little fuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. So anyways, so tonight we're going to have a really thrilling, exciting conversation about the Constitution and what else?
The Canadian Charter of Rights.
I always get the two mixed up. Yeah, the Canadian Charter and Bill C1. Or just Bill 1, not C1, Bill 1.
Yeah.
The
Critical Infrastructure Defense Act.
Yeah. Okay. And the reason we brought that together is just basically because, in Canada anyways, our what is it called again?
Our Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
Yeah, our Charter of Rights and Freedoms really don't mean fuck all. And I was talking about this privately. I'm like, but now with this bill, they brought in, like, we can't even do anything. Like, they've added in new laws, obviously, that completely contradict it all. So anyways, that's why we're going to talk about that today. But before we do, I wanted to
We're gonna have to call you New Cuba.
Oh, it's so fucked. Like, we don't even have beaches and nice shit like that, though.
No,
yes,
so
you do.
Right
you have gorgeous,
Cuba.
Beautiful places in Canada that I wish I could fucking see someday.
Okay, but they're all cold.
So I'm from the north. I like cold. I could give a shit less about the fucking sunny. Give me a sunny mountain view, or ocean view up in the north. I'm fine by that.
Well, Victoria is really, like, the island's really nice. Not gonna lie, I did like living out there, but it is cold. Like, you couldn't, like, Sophia went out there with her boyfriend last year. They went out and he was like, we're going swimming in the ocean. And he was like, and she's like, it's really cold. And he's like, we're swimming in and he was so fucking determined. This poor kid, he did go into the ocean. And now it's become a battle between the two of them. And he actually had to stick it out and like stay in that water for a few minutes. But it's
what month crazy. Was this?
At the end of August, beginning of September.
Okay.
Oh, and it was cold?
Oh, no. The ocean's freezing.
Oh,
like, well, I swam over there when it was like, I don't know, July, and like it's doable. Well, maybe not that. Yeah, you're right. It's pretty cold.
So there's so many jellyfish now. It's fucking weird. When I lived there with the kids when they were little, when I lived there right before when Sophia was born, so 20 years ago, there was nothing like that. Now you go there, jellyfish just covering the fucking beach.
Really?
They've washed up and they can sting you and whatever. No, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because, like, I watched a documentary on jellyfish because they really do freak me out. And apparently, if you try and kill them, like you chop. So in Japan, they were chopping up the jellyfish. That was their way of killing these monstrous. They had the lions ones, these huge ones. They were chopping them up with these boats. But what happens is they release all their sperm and their eggs when they think they're about to die, all of them, and so they just like mass procreate right there. So everything you've just done, all you've done is create 500 more every time you've killed one. So I'm assuming that's the same with what they've done out here.
So it's like a hydra.
Yeah, no, it's gross, pretty gross. So we've got tons of them now. And so you, even walking along the shore, you're going to have jellyfish on your feet, which is fucking gross. Yeah. It's
Yeah, I've
unfortunate.
been stung by a jellyfish once, but in high school we did a marine biology trip to the West Coast. And yeah, we had to swim, but like it was probably like May, June. It was cold. Like you
Yeah,
lose
no, I
all
wouldn't
the
have liked it.
feeling in your body and then you're numb and then somebody would say, "Okay guys, you have to come in now because you
You're gonna
couldn't
get
feel your
hypothermia and
body."
die.
Yeah, because you'll have hypothermia soon and die.
Yeah. No, they have some nice lakes on the island, but that were warmer, but the ocean's fucking cold.
Yeah.
But it is beautiful,
Mhm.
Jarna, and there is really good. I love to go rock hounding out there. I always did.
I want
Once
to
you
go
come on the
whale
shore,
it's beautiful.
watching. wanna
Chantel's
see
just not really an
whales.
outdoor kind of person, that's all. So she just likes certain types of outdoors.
I'm very specific about my outdoorsiness.
Yes.
I get it.
Very specific.
'Cause
But
she
I'm okay
doesn't
with
like
that.
to be cold.
I fucking hate being cold. Like if you guys ever find there's a video of me and I'm like, oh, I'm just outside and I'm enjoying the snow, you know I've been kidnapped. Somebody's fucking kidnapped me.
What if you were just ice fishing and you're drunk?
Absolutely not. Nope.
No, she would never.
No.
That wouldn't happen. She
No?
would
It'd
be
be
kidnapped.
gunpoint. Someone would have to take me at gunpoint.
Hell yeah.
No.
Oh, then I might have to kidnap you.
Just listen, I'm specific and particular and kind of fussy. But when I do like to go out, like I love to go rafting and I like to go rock hounding and all over places I know that I like to go to, like places I know. I'm fussy about that too. But I like to go. Once I go, I'm good. I just don't like being cold. And I also don't like being in control of other people. So I don't want to go anywhere with someone. I don't want to go anywhere with someone else driving because then I have to come back when they say. I don't like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I know I'm
Yeah,
5
I
years old.
notice you also hesitate to wear enough clothes. She just doesn't like to go out in the winter. But I'm the opposite where I go to every day, no matter what the temperature. So I'm always like, you can do it, Chantel, but probably I'm unrealistic in the other direction.
But she wears like 100 layers, which is nice. Good for you. I'm glad that you like to be cold and warm, but at the same time, oh, it's so gross. It's okay though. You're allowed to like it. Erin's got a way better body than me because she does do all this stuff outside. I do not do this stuff outside.
I tried to get you to come snowshoeing because it's so
Fuck
good for
that. Let's say it's like hell. Like honestly, I can't think of anything worse. But
you. What? It's fun. Snowshoeing is the best. I don't know how you couldn't enjoy it. The crunching of
do you
the
know what I think
snow,
about
the
when I think about-
beautiful winter air, all of it's beautiful. It's quiet.
freezing, boring.
Yeah.
You know what I hate about winter, and this is why snowshoeing would definitely not work for me. When I think about winter coming, like I actually get this sick feeling. I'm like, ooh, soon we're gonna hear the crunch, crunch under our feet. Crunch, crunch of the snow. I fucking hate that sound. So the idea of snowshoeing, no,
Wow.
You really hate it.
I can't stand it.
I
don't
love
even know.
that sound.
Oh
Me
no,
too.
hate it.
I thought everybody liked that
No,
sound.
I
That's
was like,
weird.
that is when I hear that sound. I think it's because I went for so many years without a car though, and I had to do grocery shopping with 3 kids. Because I would hear that sound and I knew I have a trek to go, and it was never enjoyable or fun, and it was always cold, and your feet get cold and your nostrils. Like, just no, thank you. I'd enjoy. I don't want to get on a bus or be around people who've got snotsicles. No. I'm okay with spring and summer. I like it, and fall.
Yeah. Yeah. Summer's coming. It's gonna be your season.
It will be. Except wait till you see what I don't like it when it's too hot either.
Yeah, me too. See, I'm like that where I'm like, I'd rather not go out
Darn,
if it's
it's
really
like-
hot.
Listen, I'm fussy as shit, Darna.
You're a Virgo. I already know.
I am fussy. I don't mind it though. I've accepted it. See, the thing is, you know what I used years ago, what I used to do is try to be more like open-minded, more outgoing, and like just try to like pretend I liked it, but I hated it. And I'm not a good faker. And so it caused actually quite a few fights in relationships.
Yeah.
It did, because I was like,
Yeah.
like if I just said I didn't like it, I'm not going, we would
Yeah.
have a less problem than having me go, pretend I like it, and bitch the whole time, which is what I would do.
Yeah.
So-
Totally. And then
Yeah.
ruin it for everybody else. So it's like
Yep.
just don't go.
No, I'm just like, no, you guys will have fun doing that, and I will have fun not doing that.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, I did want to tell
Girl.
you guys,
yes.
I'm
talk
not
about
leaving
your
you guys
stream.
forever. I'm not leaving you forever, but I'm leaving you guys on a little bit. So I've
You're
decided to do
still
my
gonna
own.
do this, right?
Yeah, when these topics
Yeah.
are exciting, sometimes I'll do them still, but not necessarily every Tuesday. It just depends on the topic. I just don't want to fake that I'm into a topic anymore. If I'm not into it, I sound like a cunt. I don't care. But I am interested. You guys know I'm obsessed with true crime, sincerely. So I've decided that I'm going to do my own true crime stream on Thursdays. And I'm really excited. My first stream is going to be about there's a national. I'm going to try and make Canadian cases that are sort of mirroring some of the national cases, like the US. They get a ton of publicity. I'm going to try and bring them together so we can get some publicity for the Canadian side that is getting no traction. So we've got one case out in the US right now, which is Sebastian Rogers. He's a 15-year-old who went missing in the middle of the night with no shoes. And it's just been a shit show. This poor kid's gone, just completely disappeared. But he's got.
We could talk about this all night long, like that Nancy Grace interview of the stepdad.
Yeah.
And the
Aliens.
mom.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
no,
this-
it's just definitely, I think the step parents did it, but whatever. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's him, but there's also, we have a Canadian kid who's in our province. His name's James Candy. He went missing 2017, 16 years old, no shoes, again, middle of the night, just fucking poof, disappeared, never been seen again. I have my suspicions of what has happened, and I'm going to talk about that on Thursday when I do my stream and try and connect some dots. But so I just wanted to let you know that, girls. And I also want to show you guys this one video really quick because I thought it was super.
I am so tired of this narrative that female serial killers are so rare. They're few and far between. They're rare because you just can't catch us. Us. Ooh. Them. You can't catch them because they're women and they're smarter. Do you know what we listen to, what we watch, what we read, what we deal with on a daily basis? They're rare because those are the only ones that got caught. The rest of them are out there just doing boss bitch shit and you'll never find them. Have a day. I am so tired of this narrative that female serial killers are so.
We're having technical difficulties. I did love that. I saw that and I was like, that is so true.
The James Candy case, that's his name, right? James
Yeah.
Candy. Yeah, I listened to the podcast that you sent me, and that makes no sense at all.
Because they're lying.
Yeah.
This is where my stream
Yeah.
is going to be a little bit. Jordan's like, oh, should I tell her you stirred the shit pot? Yes, I am. I'm going to piss a lot of people off because I'm not going to actually hold back with this one. I'm going to
Yeah.
straight up say what I think the possibilities could be. And if people take that into consideration and go and investigate that way, well, then so what?
Yeah. Like, where is he? It's been how many years now? What, 5 years?
2017. So it's 7 years? Well, he
Oh,
disappeared without shoes because that's normal.
If you get
Yeah.
abducted by an alien.
Yeah, you
I
could.
mean,
Or
That
if
would
you have
actually be the
unstable step
best
parents, I feel like.
explanation. That'd be the best explanation out there because, whatever those parents were selling in that podcast didn't make sense.
And that's the thing with both these podcasts, they both have step parents that are fucked. So it's like,
yeah. Like the
Yeah.
mom in this one seems upset, yet she's. Oh, it's the stepmom in the James
Yeah.
Candy.
no, she's following the script a little too tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And dad is going off on his own script to give a plausible deniability.
Yeah, he's got all these weird theories and
They don't make
then
sense.
he gets really upset about the dog at the end,
they
but he never
still
really
do
cries
that?
about the son, which I found weird. Anyway.
He's not on a milk carton yet. Soon. After I'm done with him, he's going to be on a milk carton. No, I'm going to get attention for this kid. I'm telling you guys, it'll be solved. If he in this case, Jarna, inspired me to take my PI course. That was why I took it. It was because I was like, I am going to solve this case. There's zero chance these people are telling the truth. But every
Yeah.
time I wanted to do anything or get anybody to listen, like even get a search team to go with cadaver dogs, you have to have your PI license at minimum.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to go do that. So trust me, girls, 1 year from today.
Yeah. And
Hopefully
here's what
we'll
I
have more
found weird
person.
about that James Candy show or podcast also was about the dog again, because I love my animals. Is that why would this guy leave without his dog? Right? He's not going to leave without the dog.
I am not. Yendor. Sorry, continue. No, he's not
Yeah.
going to leave without his dog.
No, he wasn't going to leave without that dog. And then the dog basically dies of sadness.
Yeah, because he knew the kid was dead.
Yeah, like a year and a half later, it was horrible actually. So anyway.
That is really sad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do Thursdays. Whether people want to come and watch or not, they can. They're welcome to. But I am gonna just try and do that. So I just wanted to let you guys know that and say thank you, because if I hadn't done this stream with these wonderful women, honestly, probably wouldn't have had the balls to do it. For real. So thank you, ladies. And I wanted to show you one more clip, and then or two more clips, and then I'm out of here, or I'll stop talking about this stuff. Okay. I thought this was great. I don't necessarily like this guy, but this is kind of fucked up.
Minister Guilbeault, you lost a court case to me, and the judge ordered you to pay $20,000, but instead of paying it yourself, you had taxpayers pay for it. Why? Minister Guilbeault, the court ordered you to pay me $20,000, but you foisted that on taxpayers instead. You illegally blocked me on Twitter. You fought for 2 years. You used $250,000 in taxpayers' money, and then you stiffed the taxpayer and foisted the bill on them. Why did you do that? Why don't you think you have to answer for $20,000 of legal bills that you send to the taxpayer to pay your fine?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh, stop fucking lying.
I really enjoyed the end of that.
Can you ever imagine though? They're like, oh, just write it off as a work expense. It's not a fucking work expense, asshole.
Well, and not even that. They just cut him a check. Oh, here, we'll just pay Ezra for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Zero accountability, zero.
They don't even think to give Stephen Guilbeault the money to give to Ezra. They just give him a government check. It's like, duh. Are you serious?
Yes.
This is why when we say we live in a communist country, like, we're not joking. We are so serious.
Oh, I believe it.
There's no checks and balances left. They do whatever they want, whenever they want. And they don't even feel like they have to answer any questions at all. It's so disturbing.
It is disturbing. I send Jarna TikToks every once in a while for her to be like, I'll be like, look at what's happening here. Look at the grocery prices or whatever. And she's like, yeah. Are you getting sick of it yet?
No, I mean, I don't enjoy watching the pain of Canadians, but
it's fucked though, isn't it? When you see the difference between us versus you, like the way we're living, we're not that far apart.
Oh, it's like I always say, shit runs downhill. It's fucking coming for us. So I'm not stupid to that. You can see little things starting to pop up all over the place. You know.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Those tiny red flags.
Yeah, exactly.
Those little red communist flags a fluttering. We've got now they're just huge, and you can't miss them in Canada.
Well, we can't even protest. Like we do have protests, and that's why I kind of wanted to talk about this stuff today. We have this protest going on, this nationwide protest, and it was exciting. April 1st, yes, it was quite big then, and the people are trying to show up every day and still like do this. But the thing is, it's not working. It's not growing, and I'm like, because we're not allowed.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It comes down to, at the end of the day, we're not allowed. I'm not willing to go risk going to jail at this point. I mean, I think a lot of people are in the same spot mentally as me. We still have 2 people in Coots who are still in jail from the last one. So why would you risk it? I think people are going to have to get hungrier. And then when they get hungrier, though, I think that the government's in deep fucking trouble then, because people will be ready to actually fight. I don't imagine it being just polite, peaceful protest at this point, because they've taken away our rights to peaceful protest, unless it's against Palestine and Israel. Let's do that. But that's the only protest we're allowed to have here.
People get the most agitated, and this is a treatment reference, but hungry, angry, lonely, tired.
Yes.
When they get sick of all the bullshit and the anger builds and builds and builds, and finally you just are like, fucking enough. Something has to change.
It does. It
does.
does.
And when you consistently can't pay your bills and you consistently can't
afford your rent.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I feel like Canada's, we cut out the little things. Like I used to buy expensive tea. I haven't bought expensive tea for like a year, you know.
Right.
But now we're on to like, oh my god, like
Oranges and strawberries should not be a deal breaker at the grocery store. You shouldn't be like,
yeah.
they're $9, Jarna, for a small box of strawberries right now.
Oh wow.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. It's crazy. My gluten-free bread is like solidly the cheapest place that I can get it is like almost $8. Right? Was it $8? I think so.
Sorry.
Were we
were
both
just-
doing it at the same time?
Yes.
No, it is true, Aaron. I think that's what. So I don't know what the fucking answer is, but when you looked at the the fucking Charter of Rights and Freedoms today. Yesterday you were looking at it, and we don't really have any, do we?
Well, they've broken all of them basically. Like
So
I don't know. How do you get back when they just keep taking it and nobody really cares? Like I feel like it's useless. It's a pointless document anymore. Like they don't really. I don't know how we
making new laws that breach it, and there are people that do fight it. Like we had the what's it called, the what is it called? For fuck's sake. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find it.
Here's a weird thing that I thought was strange. Like, so after the last, 4 years of them just trampling all over this Charter of Freedoms and Rights and Freedoms, they've got this weird 42 years of celebration going on from 1982 to 2024. When you look this up on the justice.ca website, and they've got this slideshow and they're talking about how great the charter is. It's like, are you guys the level of transparency here is it's just you've taken away, basically you've trampled all over this. It doesn't mean anything. So let's make
Celebrate.
a slideshow and celebrate it this year. It's just
To gaslight the shit out of people. They just want to gaslight the shit out of us more and more and more. What about yours, Darda? Because like I was saying to you before, I think it was before we started, I used to hear people talk about the Constitution all the time. See, I notice I know that word better than I know the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Because you used to always see videos of people going, that's against the Constitution, blah, 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 blah. And they were really aggressive about it. In the States, this is my experience with the videos I've seen.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing them as much anymore. Not since COVID.
Yeah,
there's still a lot of them. You guys probably don't see them because you're not allowed to. I mean, to be honest, that's probably the honest to God's truth. You're probably not allowed to see it, so that's why you don't. They don't want to give you Canadians any ideas. Get you thinking for yourself.
Yeah.
No, I know it's fucked.
Yeah,
that's
so,
fucked.
But the big difference between the American Constitution obviously is it was drafted way back at the beginning of your country, kind of, and ours, we sat around with the British North America Act until 1970.
Yeah.
And then I don't think they finished this and got it done until 82. So
the Constitution Act, and that was when they got, or when you guys got your independence from Britain. That doesn't even make any sense to me though, because you guys are all still Queen and King this shit.
Well,
we still have to say God save the Queen. I guess it would be the King now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's the King.
But he got cancer, so that's unfortunate for him. He's gonna die.
Yeah.
So then we got to get a whole new bill. Fuck, that's a lot of money they're spending on this thing.
Yeah. So anyway, and so in this Charter of Rights and Freedoms, we didn't get this until 80s or whatever. So before that, we were under the common British law. So let's say you felt like your freedoms were being infringed upon by our government and you wanted to hire a lawyer. Instead of having this charter to go off of, they would have to comb through past British law cases to try to prove that they should have these rights. So that was one of the reasons why this is better for us, because it sets out what we should already be able to have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think that they follow it. So just for
Yeah,
an
we are.
example, everyone has the following fundamental freedoms: freedom of conscience and religion, freedom
Okay,
of thought,
that's a
belief,
fucking lie.
opinion, and expression, including freedom of the press and other media of communication. Right there, we've totally lost it because
Do you
we do not
guys
have any
really
freedom of
have-
press or
do you-
media communication anymore in Canada.
What were
Do you
saying, Jordan?
guys really have a right to multiculturalism and the right to minority language education? Like, is that an actual thing? Like,
Yes.
like an amendment in your?
Well, I don't
deal?
know because all I know is that the NDP here, our government here in Alberta, our education, they created a Somalian curriculum here.
Oh.
Yeah,
for the
but if it's
Somalis.
not an official language, then they don't have to.
Though they do.
I
See,
think
we
they-
don't have an official language. We never declared that. You
Okay.
guys do though. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure,
French and
don't you?
yeah, French and English.
Yes, in Canada, English and French are the official languages. So I know this because my ex-husband's family was Francophone. So had I said, well, I think there needed to be two people. No, just one person in the home that spoke the French. I could have insisted, I think they bus my child to a French school.
You know what I noticed while I was glancing over the charter? That like we have specific amendments that are, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, right to bear arms. Your guys' charter doesn't really have those specific words. It's more
No, they
vague.
don't want us to have any arms.
It's more vague. So
Yeah.
you don't really know what it is that you have a right to. It's just they're telling you that you may
You
have a
have this
right to
right.
something. And I was like, this is like, what the fuck were they thinking?
They were
And
did it well because they
Yeah,
haven't breached anything technically.
it's word soup
Yeah,
kind
it is.
of
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
compared to
The
the
Americans is very clear.
Constitution,
Yeah.
where it's just like, this is it, and fuck you.
Which is great.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't understand how they were able to do. Well, I mean, I do understand it. People are
They
busy.
fought the British and won. Canada, I'm sorry, but you guys are kind of pussies because you guys never really fought anybody. You just kind of went and fought everybody else's wars.
I'm pretty sure we burned down your White House, actually.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Did you?
yeah, we did.
When? I guess
Are
I'm
you
not
fuckers
that keen on that.
Okay. Is there somebody in the chat there that is having a heart attack right now that could actually verify? I'm going to verify for this for you. Canadians.
Yeah, now we're headed for Sharia law.
Oh,
in
I'm
Canada, it
sorry. I
says.
didn't mean to offend.
Yeah.
Burnt down the White House. We did.
What? A Canadian burnt down the White House?
Canadians did, yeah. Canada-
Didn't the Americans, there was an American, and I think he was from Minnesota, maybe, that started some kind of rebellion up in Canada?
Thank you, Magrutte.
Hmm.
How do we present?
1814 during the War of 1812.
Okay, that wasn't my favorite.
Listen, we did it.
That
Though.
wasn't my
Jordan,
favorite
we weren't
war.
pussies, thanks.
Hmm?
We weren't pussies, thanks, Jarna. Super not pussies.
Feel free. I don't know if we'll pay you back. We got a lot of money in the hole. That's for goddamn sure. You were talking about checks and balances earlier, and that is what, like, the first article of our Constitution, the first 3 articles are about checks and balances, what the legislative branch is supposed to do, what the executive branch does, and what the judicial branch is supposed to do.
Okay.
So, like,
Did you-
that's written as an article into our Constitution, each one of them.
Huh.
Did you-
And
already
it's
see
supposed to outline, like, for the state Congress and stuff, the structure, powers, and like responsibility and all that stuff. Yes, I'm ignoring you because I don't care.
I'm just saying, not pussies. We're not pussies. We're super strong. Strong, independent
I
women.
did not know that anybody had burned the White House.
I didn't know that either, and that's terrible because I'm
I did know it.
American. But before I got involved with all you Canadians, I didn't know jack shit about Canada. Like I really was like, holy shit, we're really fucking stupid compared to, we don't think about anything outside of ourselves a majority of the time, unless
Right.
it's flashed across the news screen or something like that. So it just
Mhm.
blew my mind that like so many crazy things were happening up there. Like your guys' court system fucking blows
Oh,
my
it's
mind.
fucked.
Yeah.
It is fucked.
And don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, there's tons of corruption in our court systems. But for the most part, like if you got enough money, you can fucking win any court battle.
See, that's
You
the
know,
way.
you
Oh,
gotta-
yeah. If you got enough money, it's always if you've got enough money, which is such fucking
Yeah.
bullshit. It is bullshit. I hate that part because it's like so
Yeah.
many. Think about all the people in the jails in the States, especially. Came down to
Oh.
money. Right? It's so mean.
Well, and in Canada too. Good Lord, the
Yeah.
remand center is just absolutely loaded with people that, can usually pay to get out, or they just don't have enough money to get out. But it's like
Right.
there's lawyers just making money off of those guys rotating through there.
Yeah, it's pretty
And the
fucking
jail
sad.
system's making money. Like, we'll have to do a show on the remand centers because, man.
See, a while back here, we had a whole deal in Itasca County where it's just like a racket basically between them. I mean, you can see it when they're making deals. The prosecutor and like we have public defenders. I don't know. I think yours
Yeah, we have
are
the
like
same.
okay. So we have public defenders and like some of them you can tell some of them are really good and you can tell they've probably not seen a lot of fucked up cases, but when I've seen them quit here
Really?
because of the way that
They're
they
not
play
allowed
with
here.
the
They're not allowed to
prosecution, the judge, I mean CPS and the cops, like I mean, and then you have like the different investigation agencies and all of that. Like
Right.
there was whole big scandals with that because they're
Yeah.
all in league tying people up, generating more revenue.
Yeah.
Just like, it's
Yeah.
sick.
Well,
It's
at least in
disgusting.
your country, I feel like you guys have a little bit more checks and balances in your police. Like you've got more levels of different police, right? FBI, all of it. We just have like the RCMP. And like they investigate themselves. Great. That's gonna go far.
We have all kinds of little task forces and all kinds of shit, and they all investigate themselves. Honestly, if you see a news article from Minnesota ever and it says the BCA is investigating, chances are there's a cover up of some kind. Guaranteed, especially if they don't name names of like people right away.
Yeah.
It totally.
Canada, you know what they do now with the news? If there's a fucking crime and it was like an immigrant who committed the crime, they always don't, they never say the name of the fucking person. They'll announce that the crime was committed.
Yeah, that's true.
But they always skim over the name. And I'm like, you fuckers. Like, why don't you just say it's a brown guy? Like, just say it.
Yeah.
I know. I don't care.
Well, they don't want to say that because that would tarnish their whole multi-culti narrative.
Yeah.
I'm just so sick of being gaslighted by all these fucks. But I do feel bad. So there was this girl who posted in this protest group. She was a real cocky fuck, but she kind of they removed the comment, which is kind of dumb too, because the conversation should happen. And she's like, standing on the side of the road never changed anything. This is a dumb idea. Like, what are you guys going to actually get up and start doing something and protesting where it's going to actually influence the government? And then some people were smart asses. They're like, hey, you go first. I'm like, well, she's actually asking a good question because she just doesn't know. We're just not allowed. Like, we are literally not allowed. Like, they will take your house. They can seize your home in Alberta if you are caught. If you what is the infrastructure thing? If you fuck with the infrastructure at all by protesting, they can take your house without going to court. By the way, Jarna, they can just seize it. They don't need to get a warrant. They don't need shit. They just have to be able to prove that you were there, and that's it. Gone.
Whoa.
Like, so we're
I
like,
don't know if that's totally accurate.
It does say on it that you don't need a warrant. They don't need to go to court for it. They can seize the house as long
Really?
as the RCMP decided that you were there and did commit this. So then you have to get money to go fight, get a lawyer
Wow.
to fight for it all back. So I'm like, so I tried to explain this to this girl in this group. I don't know why they deleted the conversation. They should have left it up, but that's why Canadians, I don't think we're going to be seeing much action. I mean, Saskatchewan's pretty great. Like they do stand up. Nova Scotia does too. BC, no, terrible, fucking weak. Well, I guess they're all pretty much liberals. But yeah, we're kind of fucked until enough people get real mad.
Yeah, you're right, because they can get you on like, so here, I'll read a little bit of it. I know that's a bit boring, but Critical Infrastructure Defense Act. So, Her Majesty, by and with the advice and consent of the Legislative Assembly of Alberta, enacts as following definitions in this act. So essential infrastructure means any of the following. This goes on and on. A controlled area, installation, manufacturing plant, marketing plant, pipeline, processing plant, refinery, road, or road allowance. A heavy oil site, mine, oil production site, oil sand site, pit, private utility, privately owned development.
Yep. There's nowhere you could go.
No, there's nowhere you can go. A railway, a hydro development, an agricultural operation,
Damn.
a highway, a
We'd all have to do
facility,
shit.
an electric utility, a public utility. I mean, like,
But that's the
Yeah.
thing is they're putting it, but what they're doing though, by doing this, they are fucking pushing people into a corner. We saw what happened. It's not going to work out well for them. Eventually
No.
people are going to get tired and hungry enough. And then what? We're
Yeah.
going to take everyone's houses? Like, come on. Like this, they
oh, that is their goal.
No,
though,
they'll
right?
just
They
figure
will.
out different ways once you get people brainwashed enough into thinking that they don't need land and stuff like that. They'll start buying up these land development companies will, and then they'll start putting in their big box malls or
They're
strip
everywhere.
malls and the fucking, you know what I mean, to make
Yep.
their 15-minute cities or however
Yeah.
that
They're
works.
doing it here. It's everywhere.
That's
But
all
we
they're
can't
doing.
protest. There's nowhere we could protest. There's not really much we could do legally right now. This protest that has been fighting the axe
The
attack
carbon
protest.
tax, the carbon tax.
They're now in the middle of a highway, not in the highway though. No. Like, and where they've moved to is like, I saw an aerial shot. Actually, we should see if we could get it. It's really far from
Is it?
any attention. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find it really quick, and then I will upload a picture. But
I
it's
want to
upsetting
go
because
there.
it's disappointing to see this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's right. Because if we don't go where the police or whatever tell you, they can totally just arrest you. Arrest without warrant. A
Yep.
peace officer may arrest without warrant any person the peace officer finds contravening section 2. And I know from my own experience, like, they don't actually have to be following any laws or rules or whatever. They can just do whatever they want and tell you you've contravened this. And there's just nowhere for you to go to appeal it. Like,
No.
you're going to take this to
Starting
court,
to
like,
see stuff like that down here where we're getting no-knock warrants and stuff like that.
I'd shit about that. That would scare the shit out of me.
But here we have an amendment that's supposed to protect us from that.
That's such bullshit. No, that's so bad. That's so bad though.
Well, here's my idea of that. Like, I realize that they are like banging down the doors of like just normal people to a certain extent, but not so much here. But
yeah.
if you were doing something that you know is going to get you into trouble, this is just a common fucking sense thing. In general, it doesn't even have to do with politics or nothing. If you are doing something that you know is wrong and could potentially get you in trouble, and you've weighed your options and you still think that's the best course, well, fuck around and you find out.
Right.
There are ways around there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I
don't
mean?
feel like it's like when they're making the communist transition and they're like hammering down on us, they just keep squeezing out people's options. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they're tightening the chain.
Yeah.
Tighten the chain. Take it one link at a time. They take
Yeah.
one little thing and then it becomes 2 and it becomes 3, and before you know it, you're in a fucking chokehold.
But I don't
Yeah.
think people realize
So
it.
like
what's
I
happening.
feel like it does you don't even have to be doing something that's wrong. And they'll still
It can just be mouth noises that other people don't like. You know,
That's
hate
right.
speech and all that dumb
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
I wouldn't
all
call
the
it wrong. It's just being
it's not necessarily wrong, it's just a
Yeah.
difference in opinion, and most people nowadays can't agree to disagree. They don't listen to understand, they listen to reply to the thing person's going to say next, and they do it emotionally.
I know.
They don't do it based off of any kind of rational fucking common sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I'm just going to show you this picture I found for you to show you what the protest looks like today. I'm sorry, but I feel like they're giving in by where they move to. I don't care. I mean, I'm not there, so I can't really say too much. 1 second here. Present. Fuck you. Is it going to make me? Oh, I think I got to. Sometimes this StreamYard pisses me off. You can't show still shots.
Oh,
but
that's annoying.
Oh,
But I
really?
yeah, but I can share the screen.
Yeah, read the McDonald Commission report. You won't wonder anymore, and they haven't gotten any better since then. That's the RCMP. Our paramilitary for the feds. Yep. And then Mergoot says, I've seen so many cold case videos and true crime videos that I can't tell if the RCMP are more inept or more corrupt. I
feel like they're inept
equally-
and corrupt. I feel like it's both.
Yeah.
Like this James Candy one, the kid, I'm telling you, these guys don't give a fuck about this kid.
No.
Because anybody could figure this out.
I don't think the RCMP actually believe it's their job to solve crimes. They're just like, whatever. Well, that's done. Too bad. And onward ho. That's literally what they literally don't. I
Here
don't
we
think
go.
they think it's their job.
Okay,
They
so
just
this is
do what the government wants.
the new protest. Do you see how far away they are from the highway?
Mm-hmm.
How is that doing anything?
I think
People are
they're in
going
an off. They're like in an off.
On an exit, but
like-
people are going 100 kilometers plus an hour. They're not they're gonna zoom, it's gone.
Yeah.
They're not even close to the road. And I get it, I understand. It's frustrating to me because I'm like, now at this point, I don't understand what they think is gonna happen from this.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Like I know I sound like a total bitch and I don't mean to. I feel frustrated when I see that because I'm like,
Well, you got to do something though. Like,
when we were in Ottawa, this is
yeah.
whatever. I didn't do it. So the RCMP, if you're listening, you can calm the fuck down. But I didn't know it was illegal. So we were all sitting there and they were the news all the time. Every day was like, they're shutting the city down. Da, 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 da. I'm like, we're not. And I'm like, you know what? We should shut the city down though. What if we take these trucks, right? Because yeah, they're parked there. Why don't we move them and park them in front of the bus depot's main entrances, right? Where all the big trucks, buses come out, because then the bus drivers can't get in for one. And the buses can't leave. That'll shut us down. Then we could also go block off the freaking exits to the airport. Anyways, I'm saying these ideas because like, well, that would actually shut it down. Everybody in the car fucking panicked. They're like, Chantel, you can't say that. That's illegal. And I'm like, what? It's illegal to even say it? Okay, fine. Well, how the fuck would I know that? First of all. Second of all, I still think it would have been way better. I think it would have been way more effective because you want to shut the city down. Shut the city down.
Yeah.
We just parked where we were allowed to.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They're just following all these new rules. We'll follow all these rules while we try to protest. That's annoying.
It is annoying, and that's why I haven't been excited to go and join in because I'm like, what's happening?
So our First Amendment covers all of those things.
Does it?
It protects our freedom of religions, freedom of speech, the right to assemble, freedom of press, right to petition.
You guys
That's all
also
covered
have
in the
it
first.
also.
Huh?
They changed it, so Biden brought in. You guys have the Infrastructure Act now too.
What?
Yes, I found
When
it.
the fuck did they sneak that in?
No, I sent it to you today, Jarna, in our group. I'll show you.
Oh, okay. Well, I was super busy at work today.
It's
like,
okay.
you
I'll
know,
open it. I'll show you. No, they do, and I was like, because I was kind of hoping that maybe you guys hadn't had it yet, but you do. So I'll just share this screen. Why is it only giving me the option to show you that one? Oh, here we are. Okay, so sorry, one moment, please.
Big red machine.
I might have gone to the wrong one, but basically,
Oh, excuse me.
you guys have the bill. It is there. You guys have
Yeah,
the
they can
instructions.
wiretap you without warrant now.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
they
been a
can.
thing. Snowden told us about that a long time ago. Like, that's been a thing. They've been wiretapping people without their fucking permission, I think, probably since the 70s.
I know this isn't funny, but
I know in the Coots case they did that, but they used like this one law where it's like they think it's an emergency. It's probably got pork barreled into a Protect Our Cats Act or some shit like that.
Canada, they don't need a warrant. Like CSIS can tap your phone, and they say
Yeah.
that they will. They said that you will not know. Like there would be no slowing of your battery or anything. Like you will not know.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, our Fourth Amendment is protection against like search and seizure, unreasonable search and seizure
But
and stuff
if
like
they
that.
suspect, could they not do it then?
We have
But-
that too.
We also have the stupid ass Patriot Act.
Which
Thank
is-
you, George fucking W. Bush.
Yeah.
So basically the government can just spy on you and do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
If they see that or they feel that you're
Potential risk.
homeland terrorist. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Especially like I've
We all
seen a
know
lot
you
of
are,
this.
Jarna. We all know.
Oh yeah, I'm so bad.
Your candles are dangerous.
Yeah, my terror candles. Terror candles.
Well, the one with Christopher Freeland's vagina on it is probably a terror candle. I think
That
is.
was a limited edition and I never sold those.
I know, but they went through border. They went through the border. They definitely opened that box. I'm telling you right now, because everything was fucked with, and they would have definitely seen the.
Well, the
sinister-
TSA agents had to have seen them too when Danger Cats went back, so I'm sure they're on a list.
They're like some weird bitch in Minnesota, like Christopher Freeland citizen is.
She keeps making these weird candles.
Okay, wait a second. What were these Christia Freeland candles?
Jarna, do you have the pic handy? Come
No,
on.
I don't. Actually, I deleted all that stuff.
Whatever, I've got it somewhere. I'll find it, and I will bring it next week. I'm coming back next week just to bring the citizen.
But
It
it's
is a
really
picture.
bad. It's like this old saggy
Hooker-looking
lady.
body, big
Yeah.
giant saggy titties, legs spread. The vagina is actually got a cinnamon bun morphed into it, but it's got a lot of icing on it, so it looks like it's bukkakied. and then it's got Christopher Freeland's face in it, like in the face. And
Yeah.
that's the cynicism. And her legs are wide open.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
And it smelled like vanilla and cinnamon.
yeah, it's very
Wow.
good. Yes,
That is
the art of kindness. I
hilarious.
like this. Yes, exactly. If yeast
I do,
infection
I
had a
like
face,
that.
it would be Freeland, wouldn't it? Oh fuck,
Yeah.
she's just terrible. I can't watch her anymore.
No, she's so awful.
Every
makes
time
me
she
feel
talks,
so
I'm like,
bad.
you're just about to lie to us again.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like that about every politician or any talking head that has anything to do with politics.
You lying? Why you always lying?
Are nonstop fucking lying. Can I show you guys one video before I forget, really quick? It's just because
Okay.
of your climate change video you guys did that I wasn't here for. I apologize. I want to show you what it was on TikTok today. They're really going to go hard with gaslighting. You got to see this.
I need to.
Okay.
I gotta.
No,
Hang
you gotta
on.
watch. No, you can't. What's she doing? Bitch, she's gonna miss it. But okay, watch this gaslighting.
We're not lying. We're not exaggerating. This is so bad, everyone.
So do you feel like you're sitting on all this science and you're trying to share it with the world and no one's listening?
That's exactly how I feel. Yes.
How did you get into climate?
Peter Kalmus, a NASA scientist and father of two, says that we should be scared to death about the climate right now.
I think that if your house is on fire, you get the adrenaline, you get the panic, and that saves your life because you get out of the house and you put the fire out. And
So
that's
you want people to freak out
I
about
do
this.
want people to freak out. Yeah, I don't think people are freaking out enough. There's not enough public urgency over this.
For starters, he wants people to know what the world is going to feel like in summers to come.
So if this summer is so ridiculously hot, what is next summer going to look like?
In general, it's a trend going up. 20 years from now, we will look back and we will wish that we had it this good. We will wish it was this cool.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Jesus fucking Christ. Did you see that? So that was, I know you missed it, Jarna, because you had to pee. But that was a NASA fucking scientist telling people we need to panic because of the climate. And he's literally saying it.
Yeah.
Oh, it just made me
Scared.
so fucking, Jarna, do you want to watch it? I think you should watch it.
He looks scared.
Jarna, I'm
Does
going to let you watch
Freeland
it.
do too much meth or out or
Lying, we're not exaggerating. This is so bad, everyone.
So do you feel like you're sitting on all this science and you're trying to share it with the world and no one's listening?
That's exactly how I feel, yes.
How did you get into climate?
Peter Kalmus, a NASA scientist and father of two, says that we should be scared to death about the climate right now.
I think that if your house is on fire, you get the adrenaline, you get the panic, and that saves your life.
Does it not make you mad? They're gaslighting us and it's so obvious. But the thing is we're not the only ones seeing this. So we're seeing it. We might see it differently. But our kids, well, my daughter and her age
My
group,
kids don't buy any of that bullshit.
see, my daughter's friends, some of them do, and they're not even allowed to talk to me. Sophia's got it like her friends like locked down because she's like, Mom, you're gonna offend them again. I'm like, I don't care. You're fucking stupid. But I feel like the more that was stuff they pulled at COVID, that kind of shit.
yes.
Over dramatic
That's
scientists
what
all
they
worry.
do when they need the
Yeah.
reaction. They pump up the fear and the anxiety in people.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
They just want everybody to believe that this is some type of a panic. Fear, 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 fear. Yeah, that's exactly.
That
Yeah,
was
he
so.
was
He's like, oh my god.
I
just
want everyone to
so-
be afraid. Yeah, fuck right off with your guys' lies.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're just going full tilt with that. So you can, I guess we're gonna see more of that, obviously. It's just I'm exhausted. I find it exhausting, honestly. Because it's just
so
nonstop.
It's so
Darn, I
ridiculous.
cannot wait till they come and take your grocery bags away.
Yeah.
I have a whole ton of them.
The thing is, it's like it sounds like it's no big deal, but it's a big deal. It's a big fucking. Do you know, Jordan? So if I
Yeah.
go to McDonald's in Calgary, if I go to McDonald's at the drive-thru, they'll be like, "Did you want a bag with your order?" Because it's illegal now for Calgary for them to give you a bag. You have to pay for it. The paper bags. You have to pay for it because they're trying to really reduce on the fucking it's bullshit though. So sometimes I've gone in, I'm like, no, I don't want a bag. Fuck you. I'm not paying the 15 cents because I'm going to be defiant. But then your fries are everywhere or whatever, right? Like it's just so fucking annoying. And these laws make no sense. And we can't, what can we do about it? What do you guys think in the chat? What would you guys suggest? I'm serious. I
Get
want to
the
know what
fuck out of
I
Canada.
just think people need to complain
We're coming.
endlessly, right? People just need to really get pissed off and they'll eventually bring back the bags.
Well, it's not even the bags. It's just like, what the fuck? Everything, every step we take
Yeah.
is taking away the right to protest. Now we're protesting in a ditch, basically.
Yeah.
In the middle of fucking nowhere, 2 hours away from each city. Right? Like what?
Oh.
I don't understand how this is working.
Oh no, it's not that far from Calgary.
I'm not that into cheeseburgers actually anymore. I'm over it now. I'm more into the fries.
I love the art of kindness. Summer is hot. Yes, it is. Yeah, like
With
summer
no
is hot,
dog.
winter is cold. There you go.
No, but you
Oh.
should be afraid of this. This is terrifying.
Yeah.
The guy's a father of two, too. How fucking God, those poor kids.
No, and it's ridiculous because, like, truthfully, basically, the whole condition of humans is people against the weather. Let's be honest.
Okay, you know
Right?
what? I was waiting for someone to say this fucking comment.
Every single bit of the science involved.
Won't go to
in-
McDonald's.
Yeah, fine, but A&W does the same, okay?
Who said that? I'm missing
Just
somebody.
won't do
Indoor.
fast food.
Don't go to McDonald's. Yeah.
That's the solution. Listen, Yandor, some of us do. Oh, we're
Order
fucked.
500 cheeseburgers.
No, not really into McDonald's cheeseburgers. I'm into fancy cheeseburgers.
Oh, they used to be the best hangover burgers.
They are not they're gross now. They taste like dog food. Last time I had a bite of one of them,
The
it tasted like a
little-
dog food.
I
Not that I
thought
eat
they
much.
had found
food.
human meat in McDonald's food.
I feel like I would like it better.
Are you a cannibal?
No, but they say that like I like bacon, and they say that pork is like the closest to human skin, and and tissue. So what? As if you guys haven't heard
Ooh.
that. I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
Bacon's pretty good. I'm not gonna
All
lie.
I've ever heard is pork is the other white meat.
So you think people would taste like pork as well?
Well, I feel like why not?
Yeah, no, you're probably not wrong. I don't know. I never thought of it like that.
I'll find a Catable video and I will find
Ugh,
it. Find out.
no, Magrutte. That is not correct. They're
White
disgusting
Castle are the
because they
best
have
hangover
teeny
burgers.
tiny little.
I've never been there.
onions
We
in
don't have
them.
it here.
I hate onions and I can't stand those burgers. If they came without onions, I would agree. But they
Can't
You
just
can
ask
you
for no
can
onions?
ask for them without. Be like no
I'm-
onions.
Really?
Yeah.
I never.
Jordan,
knew
you've
that.
never custom made your burger? I'm fussy as shit. You would hate me. I go I'm
When
like, know this, know
we
that.
used to eat at White Castle, it was like when I was a kid. I've never gone there as an adult.
I've never been
Okay,
there
well,
ever.
I've
I've
never
just
been
seen
there
the,
either.
I've seen that movie where they get stoned. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Harold and
Cool.
Kumar go to White Castle.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've ever seen of it.
McDonald's fries has crack in them. Yeah, it does.
They're pretty good. They are pretty good. Only if they're really hot.
Why
Though.
people like them so much?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, this is my kids and I were having this discussion about fries and like what makes McDonald's fries weird. Like why don't they seem like the rest of other fries?
Because they've got some fucking special crack in there. Somebody just told us.
Fucking crack and plastic.
Listen, girls, before we let this show go, because we've got only a couple more minutes, I did want to bring this PSA out for everybody. Because the dick pics that I've received in our email are not
What?
very impressive. So I'm just gonna show you this video really quick, and I think you guys need to see this.
What?
Don't
What?
worry, it's not a dick pic. Listen, I'm just saying. A cat.
Run that one more time.
You get a little surprised and a little freaked out, and you're like, "Ooh!" Can you hear me?
They sprinkle them with sugar before frying.
I thought
That's
you were
the
talking about dick
crack.
pics.
It's the way they're double cooked, blanched, and then flash fried. Okay, that's what makes French fries different at McDonald's.
Up your nose.
I know that's why I stick McDonald's fries up my nose.
No, you guys are good. All right. Well, this wasn't too much of a. I thought I was worried that it was going to be too boring. Look, like just even the words, the Constitution and the Charter of Rights. Honestly, it was driving me nuts all day. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so boring.
It wasn't boring. We did squirrel quite a bit.
You're welcome.
we
That would
did.
be because I'm here bringing the squirrel to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, if you want to check it out on Thursday, you can. If not, that's fine. You dicks. You don't give a shit about these two boys. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
But
And-
it's gonna be good.
It'll be
Oh,
good.
Jarna.
Do
And,
I get to be on your show? You're gonna have to do a makeup,
Oh.
like real true life crime doing my makeup, Chantel.
Magrutte. It's gonna be here. I'm just gonna use this. We've got this channel, so we're just gonna use it. Jarna's gonna be starting to do one on Wednesdays, right?
Wednesdays, Wellness Wednesday.
She
You're gonna
wants to
be
do her
talking
own,
about
stream,
like
her own thing.
yeah.
So we're gonna use this channel and just gonna go with it. You don't actually have to watch it, but I really would like you to. It'd be fun. And yes, yeah, I can't do the makeup.
Oh, one other thing. Should we ask people what they think we should rebrand ourselves as?
Well, you can if you guys think we should. I don't think we should.
I'm not from Alberta, god damn it.
Listen,
Be more
we're already known.
inclusive.
I
We're
feel
already
like
known.
we can't rename it now because it'll just be confusing.
Listen, Jarna.
That's what I feel like.
But you know what, Jarna, you know what I'll change it to? I will
What?
add and Minnesota. Okay.
How about we just say Alberta soda?
Well,
That works.
nothing about it describes us. We're not even married.
We're not wives.
Yeah.
And as that prick from that cult said, they didn't even catch the joke. They didn't even catch the joke. We listen, asshole. We caught
Yeah,
the
we
joke.
did catch it.
We caught the joke. We went with
I
it.
didn't catch the joke, but I didn't really give a fuck.
Well, there was the joke that we were all married. None of us are married.
No.
Yeah, thank you so
Oh.
much. That's very nice. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
All right, you guys have a good night. We're gonna hang up now.
See you next Tuesday.
Yes, we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
All right.
Ah, motherfucker.